Hey YouTube. Sunday afternoon, flood day. Not Sunday, flood day. Okay, I'm doing vacuum cleaner motors. Everybody knows what those are, turbos. Can you tell the difference? That's why I say keep an eye out. Aluminum? Not aluminum. That's why I say every once in a while, check, check, check. Right? They're all made the same way. They all run pretty much the same direction, see? That inside might be aluminum, the fins, because they do that a lot too. We'll find out right now. This thing's just scrap anyway, so doesn't matter, right? Take it apart, take it apart. No, it's not aluminum because the aluminum would have came apart already. It's all steel. Not very nice of them, is it? I didn't think so. We're going to see if this one part of the turbo is aluminum or steel. Where's my magnet? See, it is aluminum. So I figured. Just the little fins inside. Now, am I going to go after those? No. There isn't enough in there to worry about it. This one, see? Let go. Oh, aluminum. That's what we're after. I know it ain't much. That sits on there. That's what does all the work for your vacuum. You've probably seen me take motors apart many a time. We're going to find out if this guy's copper or aluminium. Actually, I might as well check now without even taking it apart, because I'm not going to take the rotor out. Yeah, see. Lovely. They can go in the motor bucket. 10 or 12 cents a pound, whatever it's worth, right? Now this one, on the other hand, should be copper. Should be. We're hoping it anyways. Yep. See, nice copper. It's not very tightly wound either. You know, man, that moves easy. So we're gonna rip him apart. That was from that big thing with a long hose on it. Air-powered paint sprayer, like not a compressor. Just this is a vacuum cleaner. The same idea. Probably got a double turbo in it. But for air, for the paint sprayer, just air, not from an air compressor. When they go to a body shop or whatever, it's from an air compressor. This is just blowing through a straw. Turn your vacuum cleaner. You know, you got the exhaust part and the suck part, the inhale, the exhale. Well, this would be the exhale. And then he hooks it up to a paint gun. You've all seen it. It was what we got scrapping there a while back. So, but anyways, that's the deal on this one here. So. And my flood is going down. Quit raining. Sun's trying to shine, but I don't think it's done yet. I think there's another cloud burst somewhere. Some nice brass in there with the brushes. Pull the brushes out. You know, you all know I do that. I go after every little bit. This part should come right off. Should. I think this is okay, this one's new to me too. Actually looks like it might open up. To get that piece sticking out, right? Looks like it might open up. No. Well, it has a cut in it. It looks like it's a little clip. Yeah. Nice. Well, no, that just pulled out. And this should pull out just like that. The only thing I still have in there is the spring. And the cement part. That's just garbage. So yeah, the water's receding. I got a pallet in front of the door there so I can get in and out of the garage in running shoes. And not there, that should be brass. Check on a magnet, nice chunk of brass. It's got a bit of weight to it. This piece does not look like brass at all. Okay, it's silver brass. Just doesn't look right because it's normally brassy color, not this color. And then your little piece of copper on the brushes, right? It's already broken. And there. It's a nice little copper braid. And so, yeah, it works, right? I've never seen this style of brush before, so it's brass E. No, they don't always come out that easy. Sometimes you're really fighting them. That's a heavy shell of brass. Hear it? Like that's pretty thick. They're normally not that thick. It's fine. Makes more weight. I don't mind more weight. Spring is always steel. I've yet to find one that isn't. Unless that they don't have the braiding in. Sometimes the spring is the braiding. And then it will be sometimes a copper spring. But the majority of the time, the spring is always steel. Just like that. So I've gotten a few new subscribers. Thank you very much. I'm impressed. I'm at about 730, so I got less than 300 to go for that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Sometimes these are aluminum. Not today, it's steel. Like I said, sometimes. That's cast aluminum, and look, it's clean already. The bearing stayed on the rotor, so. Cast aluminum bucket. That's why I tear a lot of motors apart, whether they're copper or aluminum windings, you know. If they got the cast aluminum part on them. I just go after it mainly for the cast. Because that's worth more than motor price. Right? In my book anyways. This one's got that resistor built in line. This should come off. Got some good weight. Had some big ass zip ties on it. Don't know why. In the garbage they go. Here's that little noise limiter, I think is what it is. Keeps this noise down. Shred bucket. Oh, see how loose it is? I don't even have to cut it. It's going to fall right out. Saves a bit of time. Just caught on the paper. Wow, that's nice and heavy. You going to do the same thing? Oh yeah. See? You don't always have to cut them. I get a few like that. I had a feeling this one was going to be because you saw how loose the winding was. Wow. See that? And tell me that wasn't worth it. In the copper bucket you go. In the shred bucket you go. You just got to get him apart yet. Shouldn't be too difficult. Rotor. I could pop the whole thing off by just undoing that bolt, but I need to take you apart first. Come on. There we go. Like I said, it'll be a double turbo. A little tighter than my fingers will undo. That one is aluminum. It's easy to spot. Oh, come on. It is sheet aluminum, not shit, sheet. Oh, that came apart easier than normal. Usually it makes me fight. There should be a chunk. That's steel, that's steel. Come on. Okay, one of you feels like aluminum. Negative. Do it enough, I can almost 99% tell. Oh, I seen that one right away. That one's aluminum. You can feel it. No, it's not. Oh. Ha! Make a liar out of me, you dirty bugger. And that's just plastic. And there's a rotor. Now, if you want to really go after it, that's all copper. They just chip right off. This one will be very hard to get apart unless you cook it. You can cut it and try and pull it through, but it's so tight in the holes that it's not worth it. The amount of time it would take to take that apart, you know. So we got a little bit out of it. We got the most important part, the copper winding. I can chip off all the little pieces. That actually might be worth it. I'm going to have another look at it. I'm not going to put you a little bit on an angle. See how hard it is to chip those pieces off. I have so many recycled screwdrivers up here. See? I don't care what happens to them. See how hard it is. See, if you cook the whole thing, these things will fall right off because they're held in by epoxy. Which is pretty tough. See? Just a little guy, but it is number 2 copper. There's about 20 of them. That's what the winding's attached to. And then see, and you can lose them on the ground like I just did. It's somewhere down there. But they are number 2 copper because they're not clean. They have some epoxy attached to them, see? Probably disappeared in my hand because it's so dirty. I don't try to leave them too dirty. That's 3 pieces right there. cut the epoxy off. And they fall apart from each other. This one hung on to all the epoxy. Oh, greedy little bugger you are, aren't you? You want it all to yourself. Because they have little hooks on them. That's what makes them sit in the epoxy. See? I don't know why you saw that. See, there's little hooks on them. Teeny tiny hooks. At least my camera zoomed in for once. More traffic going by. Sun's out. People are out and about. It was a pretty good storm. As far as storms go, we don't need any watering for a while. Seen the porta potty trucks go by. I know hydro was out in this town this morning too because of the storm. Different parts of town, and I know there's one part of town, if anybody knows Sarnia, it's Indian Road, in between Wellington and London Road. It's a major flood zone. The city would have to spend too much money to fix it properly. So everybody has flood insurance that lives along that road, that stretch, because they've had to use it many a time. Their sun pumps pump it out of the house into the storm sewer, and the storm sewer throws it back in through the sewers, which in turn comes back up through their toilet. Isn't that exciting? I don't understand. I don't think it's been fixed, not to my knowledge. But yeah, you know, so I'm not the only one in rough shape. Just I don't know what the rest of my road's like. All I know is this where I am. It used to be swampland, so that should have been a hint right there at the beginning, right? But we like it here, so what can you do about it, right? Try and fix it. It's not like I can run a pump in the backyard because you saw my yard. Where was I going to pump it to? The drain on the road's going as fast as it can. I can pump it to it, but that ain't going to help because it needs to go somewhere too. So, anyways, since we're talking, I took them all out. Don't need you. Got some really nice copper here. Not that. See? Looks pretty good, right? It's all number 2. So it does have weight. Like I said, you have to cook these to get that out of there. Imagine that's what they do to it, or somebody has a great big ass grinder, you know? It just grinds everything up. E-Waste Mike. See what I did, buddy? Look at that, eh? That's a big chunk of copper coming out of there. I just whacked it with the hammer. It popped right out because I don't think this one was soldered in. It looks like epoxy because it's going on my fingers. But yeah, that's the only one I ever gotten out of a computer before, and that's easy a pound, if not more. A nice chunky copper. I imagine that's number 1 copper. Right? But there you go, buddy. I know you heat them with the heat gun. I did it just for the heck of it. Wanted to see. It just happened to be that my hammerhead, this hammer, was just a little smaller than the nugget itself. So it actually fit right in the hole. See that? So long as you had a pretty good shot at it, right? That's why I did. I thought I'd try it. Otherwise, I was going to do your method. Put a torch to it and heat it up. Anyways, look, see, it's receding. That was underwater. The bench part, not the whole thing, just the seating part. It's going down. You can start seeing grass back there on this side of the flag. So yeah, it's slow. But it is going down. My garage is starting to dry now. The water's gone, see? I should maybe turn him on, blow the water, air around. But see, the front yard, it's receding. Everybody was wondering. See, that's a little deep on the running shoes. And there's no water there no more. See? It's going down because that water was up to my truck. It's flowing. Yeah, not much I can do about it. I can't pump it anywhere. There's nowhere to pump it. See, it's making its own path right to that. That's a storm sewer. Oh, look at the sky over there. Like I said, it ain't done with us yet. It's flowing. Oh, here comes the pumpers again. See? It is flowing. Check across the road. I couldn't walk. Remember, I walked through here with my boots. There we go. See, that's the one. I keep it clean, so otherwise this water just keeps coming across to my place. I never even knew there was one here. I just seen a little swirly one day and thought, hey, swirlies mean one thing. A drain. So that's what it is. But this one's still flowing good. So yes, the water is leaving, which is awesome. It's going to take a little time, be tonight, as long as that doesn't come back at us. The sun was out, now I see it's gone. Get her done, Granny. Don't know if you watched my channel or not. Thanks for the invite on your stream last night, but no. I banged my head on the furnace ducting in my house last night, or yesterday. And yeah, I cut my head open, so I wasn't in the mood to go up anywhere. I'm a big goose egg now. It is sore. My wife patched me up, so that's why I didn't go on. Thanks for the invite, though. I'd show it to you, but I don't know if you can see it if I turn the camera around. She took a good couple pictures of it, and yeah, she said a little deeper, I probably would have been going to the hospital for stitches or something like that. Or like E-Waste Mike said, just a little part of his brain fell out. Well, that little part is probably all I have, Mike. So, thanks for the concern. You're such a nice guy. Okay, that's long enough video. We're getting 23 minutes, just showing you a little update. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that pallet will be there for a little while. That water just has to seep back into the ground. So I have these to do yet. I was just farting around with stuff inside vacuum cleaner motors that I already removed. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And him yet. I had some aluminum dropped off from an awning. The guy forgot to close it. Got a rainstorm when he was at the campground. Yeah, it didn't tilt. So it filled up with water and came crashing down on him. I have these 3 to do yet, and then I got those yet. Not too many, is there? There's only 4. I just cut the noodles off yet. Yes, it is worth it. I think somebody asked me about weighing it for my time and that. Well, my time is my time, so my time is money making time. So if I make a buck, or if I make 20 cents, it's still my time, right? My money. So I don't know. I'll have to try it when I take them apart. I'll weigh them first, then weigh them after. But copper noodles do add up. There's a pile of them in there, and they do create weight. So, and at almost $3 a pound, why wouldn't you, right? That butter's pretty well full. So, hey, you're going the wrong way. That means it's draining. Like, I have the tile on the ground. That food dish is still underwater, as you can see it. But right in front of it is the gravel opening to my tile that runs around here and then goes over that way, and then it feeds into another municipal drain. The city had put that in, went through all the properties, so because everybody was staying like this forever once it rained, right? Swampland, remember? That's what I said. So I can't even get to the pit. Well, yeah, I can a little bit to fire it up. I think fire ban's been lifted. All this rain, I don't think it would matter. Anyways, like, subscribe, and share or not. I don't think you want to see that truck. It's just propane. Yeah, they go up and down this road quite a bit, so. Have a nice day. Thanks for the new subscribers. Thanks to all my subscribers for watching and clicking that bell. Like I said, I'm under 300 to get to 1,000 for that 1,000 viewer giveaway, or subscriber giveaway. I have my watch hours, more than double. I just need the subscribers.